All right. Welcome back, everybody. Pigskin Pros Fantasy. See what we got for you today. Today, we're going to talk about a nice little reaction from last weekend, or this past weekend. Some hot takes for the next 4 weeks. What you should do at the trade deadline of your league based on where your team's at. Then we're going to go into a little bit more Dynasty, have a nice little segment about what to value rookie draft picks going into next year. And we're going to do a ranking of a top 10 at each position. That's what we got for today, boys.
Nice.
Lovely.
All right. Well, I guess we'll start off with some reactions of last week. I'll say the first two games of the week are probably the two worst games of all the whole season. Fucking Bears, Panthers, and Pats, Colts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just a tough watch.
I'd say Mac Jones is officially done.
Yeah, I think Drake May, as long as Patriots have a top 4 pick, I think they're going to do a lot to try to get Drake May.
Drake May is a Patriot.
I think we're just going to clean fucking house in the offseason. Everyone gone.
See that.
Some really good games this
Mac
week.
Jones was as good as Herbert, right?
What'd you say?
Mac Jones was as good as Herbert at one point, right?
Better, I think.
The
Yeah.
take is old as time, man. Just
Tom, your face is gone.
my face is gone. Oh no.
Yeah, can't see it, Tom.
I could see Tom.
Oh,
I
really?
can't see
I
Tom.
can't.
Let's get some more reactions.
But
That Browns Ravens game, I think.
How did the Ravens lose, man?
I know they absolutely blew that one. They were winning by 2 touchdowns with
Yeah, they're by
5 minutes left.
14, the fourth,
Yeah.
or is it late
yeah,
third?
14
Yeah,
and
fourth.
The
I know,
AFC playoffs is going to be loaded.
I mean, there's a chance this week that the Pittsburgh Steelers could be the 1 seed in the AFC.
That's crazy, dude.
What?
That is crazy.
I believe if they win and a few other things happen, they could be the 1 seed after this week.
Yeah, if the
Crazy.
That is
Ravens
nuts.
lose and they win.
But I saw like a projected thing, and like the fact that like a team like the Texans is going to slide into a 7 seed potentially is so sick. Like that's
Yeah, I
so
mean,
good for football, dude.
I would love to see Stroud in the playoffs.
Dude, all of a sudden, the Broncos might have a shot. Like, everyone's got a chance in the AFC. It's crazy.
Fucking Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders.
We might not see the Bills in the playoffs. Might not see the Bengals in the playoffs.
There's going to be so many good teams that are going to miss the playoffs in the AFC.
Ken, how are you feeling about your Bengals winning the Super Bowl take from last week?
Mm.
I still am confident in it. Still confident.
That game was sick.
T. Higgins was out.
Stroud, man.
T. Higgins
That was the
signed
ultimate-
this week,
if-
I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I think last week was kind of a precursor for Stroud because he obviously had 475 yards. But the game against the Bengals was like I'm here, I'm really fucking good game for him.
Yeah, back-to-back weeks for game-winning drives, and one was against Joe Burrow. So
And it's, on the road against a team that was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and
Team
now
was
they have the
getting hot,
tiebreak
too.
over them. Like that could matter in a few weeks. They're both 11-6, 10-7. Texans are going to get in over them.
tiebreak, yeah, for sure.
There's going to be a 10-win team that doesn't make the playoffs in the AFC.
Oh yeah, for sure. So you guys know what the playoff machine is thing?
No.
I did that last night, and I had the Bills at 10 wins, and some other team, maybe the Browns, some other team had 10 wins, and they're just not going to get in. I think the 11 seed's going to win. I mean, the 7 seed's going to win 11 games.
Well, Tom last week talked about the Bills' tough schedule. We had the Broncos as an obvious win,
Yeah.
and then they lose. I think they're fucked, man. I think they're done. They got
Yeah,
the
they
Chiefs
fired
left,
their
right?
OC
The
today.
Eagles, the Cowboys, they're fucked, man.
Yeah, they got a tough schedule. I mean, and they just got a new offensive
Dolphins.
coordinator.
Niners.
How about before the year, everyone was like AFC East best division, and I don't think that's true at all.
Maybe the North, probably,
No.
right? AFC North.
Yeah,
That's been the
North.
AFC North.
Pats
All
suck,
4
the
teams.
Jets kind
All
of
4 teams are
suck.
probably going to make the playoffs.
It's insane.
I think, is there really a good team in the AFC East? The Dolphins good?
Dolphins are fraudulent.
Yeah, and the Bills aren't good. The Jets suck.
I'm still taking the Bills as good, man.
I still think the Bills are the best in the division.
I think they're
I don't
still
know.
a good
I think
team.
Bills and Dolphins are still both good.
I think the Bills have to win the division. I don't think they're getting it as a wild card.
The Bills had a lot of injuries on defense, kind of been hurting them.
Yeah, just with what you've seen, that's been a tough stretch, but I'm never gonna call a team with Josh Allen not good.
No, that's fair.
I agree.
I think though they don't get in, Sean McDermott's just out the door.
I don't know.
What was
I
that?
don't know. I like that, Sean McDormand.
I didn't mean to say that, but it kind of
Yeah,
worked.
Dormant.
What are your guys' thoughts from a fantasy perspective on the up and coming Minnesota Vikings?
Love it.
Josh
What are
Dobbs,
your guys'
baby.
thoughts on some of those pieces? Some start from the running back position. We got
Someone-
Madison going down with a concussion. Ty Chandler coming in. Could see some valuable touches
First touchdown
this
of his
week.
career, huh?
What do you end up putting up for points?
I think he had like 10 or 12.
He had like 12 points.
But he didn't play much until like Madison went down the third quarter, and then he pretty much controlled the snap share after that.
I kind of want to say wasn't he kind of a hot commodity earlier in the year on the waiver wire? Like we're
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you knew Madison was probably going to be the one to start the season, but you never knew. Like he really hasn't done much to show that he can like withstand the carries he's taking. He's getting like 16 carries for like 40 yards a game. Like Chandler comes in this next week, he goes like 16 for like 85. He might get some more carries.
And all of a sudden, the kid swoops in and picks him up.
Yeah, it's a good pickup right there in some deep formats and some dynasty leagues.
I remember I had a hot take for the year. The Vikings were going to win 5 games. Started off looking great, and of course they won 5 in a row. So
they're heating up.
Shout out Tyler Tornberg. Want to shoot jumpers? Philip, actually, you guys don't know what that is. You know the Grosso video?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's hilarious.
I told him he should make a beat, and like it's building up, and then it's want to shoot some jumpers, and then he has a beat drop, and it goes crazy.
Dude, that video was
nervous.
ridiculous, man.
So funny.
He didn't stop talking.
I'm not nervous. You're nervous. You're shaking. I'm not nervous.
At one point, he like threatened the cop, didn't he?
Dude, how about when his wife came out and he's like, "That is not planned, by the way. That'd be so hard to plan." Like, dude, you just revealed that you planned that.
Yeah. But anyways, the Vikings, they don't even have their best player back.
Jettas.
Yeah.
Josh Dobbs.
Interested to see how him and Dobbs do.
Yeah.
All I know is I started Dobbs over Deshaun last week, and I think I'm all in on the Dobbs trade.
Yeah.
I think like Deshaun's I have T-Law too, who's been a bum, but I'm never gonna not start him. So
yeah,
Can I talk about a guy?
What?
Can I talk about a guy here?
Talk about a guy.
We're talking quarterbacks. I mean,
oh my god,
Dak Prescott has now put himself in some top 5 territory.
For
what?
Not dynasty, just point production wise.
He's entered the MVP conversation, I think.
Like these last 4 games, look at his fantasy numbers. It's unbelievable what this guy's doing, and he gets no respect.
Crazy numbers.
I know he just faced a shitty Giants team, but I'm still hearing slander. Oh, he's supposed to do that. Come on now.
Well, here's one thing.
He's supposed to score 5 touchdowns.
Here's one thing that I saw kind of going off of that, Sam. I saw a lot of slander last year with Dak Prescott and his interceptions throwing, and I'm not seeing nearly as much slander on guys like Josh Allen.
That's what I'm saying.
I saw that today. Yeah.
It's starting to catch up to Allen a little bit, though.
Definitely. I think
it's because they're losing games.
Right.
Yeah.
He always got away
That's
with
what happens.
being a little sloppy.
Sam, I think Dak has been great. Do not get me wrong. Dak Prescott has been great this year, and doesn't matter who he's playing against. He would have had a good day Sunday regardless. But I will say the Cowboys have not beaten a team over 500 this year.
Yeah, I mean, how many have they faced? 2?
No, it's not their fault. They've only faced...
They faced the Niners and the Eagles. I mean, that's 2 tough teams.
Yeah. And
to be fair, they played better than the Eagles and lost.
Yeah,
they got smoked by the Niners.
I don't know about that.
75 yards and 3 touchdowns.
How do they play better?
Because they had...
scored twice in the red zone.
Right. I think that's, like, the knock, obviously. So, yes, no, they didn't play better, but, like, they were an inch away from taking the lead.
That's fair.
And they were twice, if you want to count Dak's step out on the 2-point conversion, plus the throw to Schoonmaker that was literally an inch away from being a touchdown.
Yeah, you're
right. So I personally think, like, I've watched this Dallas team my entire life. I've been disappointed my entire life. I don't think I'm going to get that disappointment this year. I really don't.
It's
I
the
think if-
same thing every year,
This,
Sam.
No,
this
no, no,
Sam's
no.
hot take.
This
It's
is
No, no,
literally
no.
the same thing
Dallas
every
This
year.
is my overreaction. This is my overreaction.
You go 13-4 and then blow it.
I legitimately think that we are better than the Eagles. I think if the only team that's going to beat us is the Niners. That's it. That's it.
You are not better than the Eagles.
I think you were
You said
third.
last week we were,
But you're not. You're just not.
but you said it last week.
But you're not.
But we can pull up the clip.
You could pull up the clip, but I'm saying now you're not better than the Eagles.
How
Well, let's see.
now? How after we lose to them we're better than them, but now after we just score 50 points we're worse.
You didn't put up 50 against the worst team in the NFL. So.
Okay, you know what I mean. But we lost to them and you said we were better, and
Okay,
Now we're-
so are the Dolphins the best team in the NFL because they put up 70 against a team that beat?
that's
the Chiefs?
you're straying away from what I just said.
I'm
whatever.
saying that the Eagles are better than you guys on like through and through.
Well, what happened this last week? Something happened?
Yeah, some
What
personal
happened?
shit. Personal shit. Now I'm Eagles over
Okay.
Cowboys.
Tommy DeVito.
Yeah,
Watch
no,
him
I'm
shaking
going
his head
Eagles.
right now at Tommy
I'm going
DeVito.
Eagles.
There's not much to say. You almost
Cowboys
feel
are
bad
better in
they
that
had to roll
game.
him out there.
I agree, but the Eagles are a better team.
Tom, you
We'll
know
see
what
at the end of the
I'll
year.
say? Sorry, Sam. What were you saying?
You are
No,
going to
go
like a take that I have later, though, Sam. So hold
What I
the
will
horse.
say, Tom, 2 weeks, that Pats Giants game is gonna be so bad to watch.
Is that Sunday night too?
Oh, I fucking hope not.
I think both
that's
teams
gotta
want to
be-
lose that.
That's got to be in flex territory, right? They'll flex that game out. Now it's
I don't think it is a
later.
Sunday night. Let me look.
I think it's prime time.
Well, I
NFL
know
has done
that-
a horrendous job this year.
Yeah, horrible primetime games.
Well,
The
this week there's
Chargers-
2 out of the 3 ones are very good. Bengals,
One of-
Ravens on Thursday, and then Chiefs,
Yeah.
Eagles on Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
And then Sunday, actually sneaky good game now. Vikings Broncos.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
solid.
It's not a. I mean,
Josh Dobbs.
yeah, it won't
I'm
be
ripping
bad.
the over on that one.
Yo, I want someone to take Lamar from me
43
so I
and a
can
half.
start Josh Dobbs week in, week out.
I'll take Dobbs.
Well, I thought Derek.
No,
I thought you
Dobbs
said
is
you were cooking
untouchable.
something. You said you were cooking something with me.
I am. I might offer it on camera, so
Okay.
we'll see about that.
What are
No,
the games?
Dobbs is
Week
untouchable
11 or
at
week
this
10?
moment.
Dobbs is untouchable
Yep.
more than Lamar.
Yeah.
Wow. What did you say,
Anyone
Ken?
anyone have anything they want to talk about with week 10? How about the Lions Chargers game?
That was
A lot
awesome.
of
Chargers
streaming
are
weekend.
an extremely good, bad record team
Every year.
every single year.
They're
Yeah,
the type
but
of
at a
team that
certain
just could
point, they're
win
not a
any
good
game.
team anymore. If they're
They
that
could
every
win
year.
any game, but they could also just lose any
But
game.
like,
Tom, I think you need to get your mic up.
A little closer.
Yeah, because
they're
this was
good. The
this happened
Chargers
last
are
week, too.
good. They're just not clutch. They're like,
I think
but
they
they're a
play.
good team.
I think they play their competition every week.
Yeah.
I think there needs to be a coaching change. And
I
Yes,
agree.
absolutely.
I just don't understand the defensive struggles. Like they spent so much money on their defense.
Dude, they had a
They all
gross
just suck.
defense.
Yeah,
Like on paper, a disgusting defense.
yeah, they're like the best safety in football. Like
And then they got Khalil Mack that year, whatever year it was.
Joey
Yep.
Bosa.
Bosa, although Bosa's kind of
And then they
overrated.
signed J.C. Jackson that same year, after he had all those picks for the.
Derwin
Pats.
James.
Then we got him
Warren.
back to like a 7.
That Joseph Day guy is kind of good.
Kenneth Murray.
Kenneth Murray
Yeah,
sucks.
Kenneth Murray. Asante Samuel.
hmm
He's good.
And that offense is legit. Obviously, they have
Yeah.
weapons on weapons.
How about those Jacksonville
Meanwhile,
Jaguars?
Fraud.
Jaguars are poop the bed.
Are we gonna sneaky see the Texans take over the Jags in the AFC South?
I don't know. I still
That'd be
think the
pretty
Jaguars
sweet.
are the best team in that division.
I do too. I still think they're gonna win the AFC
Ooh.
South.
I think it was just a bad
Niners
combination
just-
of a bad game and the 49ers just
Coming off
right
3 in a
back-
row.
right back to where they were.
Coming
I
off
think
3
the
in a row
Texans
and a
might be
bye
better,
week.
dude.
Dude, Stroud's like Michael Jordan, man. He's
Stroud is
he
so
like
good, dude.
he like create like this little receiving core coming in the years. Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Robert Woods. Here comes
Noah
Noah
Brown.
Brown. You know, Dalton Schultz, a little veteran guy, but nothing crazy. And then all of a sudden, here comes rookie Stroud.
God damn it, Salmon. We were so right about him so early.
I know.
I got a question for you, Sam.
hmm
What would you do to go back and draft Stroud over Bryce Young?
Like, what's the worst thing I would do?
Yeah.
I love this question.
Damn, this can get really weird.
Or how much money would you pay? How about that?
Ooh, okay.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
$10.
Yeah, like how much would I get if I win the league again? How much
This
is the
year?
league? Yeah,
I don't know.
whatever that is, 20% of that.
Hmm.
So like
No, dude, I'd pay more, dude.
probably
I
like
think I'd pay
$30.
more. I think I'd pay more than that.
I think I'd
I
pay
would
like
too.
$100.
All right, here's a better way to put it. The league fee was what, 75?
50.
50.
50? All right, so would you pay another 50 on top to get Stroud?
No,
Fuck yeah.
I
No,
would give
30?
I would give Matty Cajun $50 to have him.
I would. I think I would too.
I would Venmo him
I
probably
actually
100.
would.
I'd
Dude,
probably
but
Venmo him
106,
$100.
dude.
I'll give him $50 and all of my fab money.
Yeah.
You know, it does nothing, but
Is that like a feasible like thing going
You can
forward
trade
in
it.
fantasy football to real
Trade
money?
real money.
Like
I
could
I mean,
no, because that
Could you
like
start
that
doing
that's just
that?
making the rich get richer. If
Yeah,
if the
that's just
person who has
like-
more money can just fucking spend it on players.
well, you're not spending $1,000 in a
it's just
league
like
that
people who are
costs
more
you
liquid, I could
50.
just be like, hey, Ken, like, can I get Jefferson? I'll Venmo you $200.
right.
like, what?
But,
I'd probably do it.
yeah, but in a league that you keep going, like
The first year I ever played fantasy, me and my friends like we didn't really give a shit. Like, well, we did, but we didn't really like care about rules, and so Madden Mobile was big. So we would literally trade like Devontae Freeman. I remember I traded Devontae Freeman for like 300,000 Madden Mobile coins.
what'd you do with
That's
the coins?
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't
So,
know.
back to Stroud though. If you had to rank the MVP candidates,
Ooh.
let's do a little ranking here. Let's rank like the top candidates, and where does Stroud fall in?
Ooh, off the top of the head.
I think he's probably like 10,
Dude, I think he's top
I think it's a
35.
little lower.
Higher than 10.
9, 10. Because I think you can argue like a guy like Myles Garrett deserves it over him.
Sam, wait. I'm going to throw out a guess here. Is your MVP right now Dak Prescott?
No, it's not.
All right, so I have a list right here. I have like the actual odds right now.
Okay.
CJ Stroud is 7.
Can I try and guess can we try and guess all the 6 out of them?
Sure.
Hurts
Mahomes.
is up there. Hurts has to be
Mahomes.
up there, right?
Mahomes is 1. Hurts is 2.
Really?
Hill?
Lamar fell? What's Lamar?
Lamar's 3.
Hill.
No.
Tua?
2 is 4.
Oh, yeah, too.
Burrow?
6.
McCaffrey.
He's right after Stroud at 8.
Is it Brock Purdy?
He's 10.
TJ Watt?
No.
Miles Garrett?
Nope.
Fuck.
2 quarterbacks for 5 and 9.
Is Dak one of
at
them?
7. Oh, yeah. Did we say
Who's that?
Dak?
Dak is 9.
Goff?
No.
Ooh, really?
That would be.
Herbert?
Nope.
Wait, what?
Kenny Pickett?
Nope.
Yeah, I know it's not Kenny Pickett.
Wait a sec.
Said another quarterback.
The fuck?
Yeah. You guys might think that because of what happened last night that he might not be in the conversation.
Well, you just
Derek
gave it
said
away.
Josh Allen.
No, I know. Oh, you said
Derek
Josh
said-
Allen?
Derek
Oh,
did.
I didn't hear Josh Allen then. Sorry. But
Wait, is it? It's Josh.
it's Josh Allen, yeah, 5. I still think he deserves to be in
5?
the conversation. Yeah, I still think
I don't
that's
know,
right.
dude. The team's 500.
I don't know.
But
And they're
yeah,
giving
I
up
mean,
a
he's
lot.
obviously up there. But
So you're saying Dak's got a chance?
He's in the
Dak's not
top
winning
10.
MVP. Clip
I
it.
think it's wide open.
Yeah, it is wide open.
I'm
Like-
surprised Mahomes is one. Honestly,
No, I
feel
think
like,
Mahomes is winning another one.
I feel like Hurts is.
I think Hurts
been the
deserves it right now.
best. Yeah, I mean, best record in the league, and
Yeah, I think it could
I don't
fall to Hurts.
What if Tyreek gets the receiving record?
I mean,
I don't think
They
receivers
didn't. They
ever
didn't
really won
give.
it.
Did they give Cup MVP?
No.
No, they gave Mahomes it, right?
Usually they give like someone like that the offensive player of the
Yeah,
year.
yeah, like
Oh,
Jefferson
boy.
won Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah,
That's
MVP's a
dumb.
quarterback award.
pretty much. Yeah.
Pretty
When was the
much.
last
It should be.
non-quarterback to win it?
They are the most valuable.
Ooh, that's a good trivia question.
Adrian Peterson. I don't know.
I feel like it's
I feel like it
more
was.
recent
I
than
feel like it was a running back. Yeah.
that. Was it a
Some-
defensive player?
Someone
Maybe it is
said-
AP. I want to look that up.
I think the only defensive player to
look it
ever
up
win
and
it
you guys
was.
gotta guess it. Oh yeah, you already guessed it. AP.
I got it. Yeah, Adrian Peterson.
Wow.
Nice.
He's dog.
All right. Well, I'm gonna look at these Week 11 games, try and pick out a few that are really good.
I think I have a take for Week 11.
Go ahead.
I think if it's the right. Yeah, I think Kyler Murray's gonna go into Houston and beat CJ Stroud. To be honest with you,
I could see it.
that's
look
my
good.
take.
I am high on the Kyler Murray train.
Yeah, he
I
looked
hope-
really good.
I really hope the Cardinals keep winning. I'll say
And
that.
Trey McBride is looking excellent with Kyler
Yeah.
Murray.
I've
When did
inquired
you
about
get Trey
Kyler.
McBride? When did you get Trey McBride, Derek? Did you pick him up or did you draft him?
Yep. It was a waiver
Which
from
one?
like last year, I think. And I just
Oh
kept
yeah,
it.
he was rookie last year.
Yeah, I think going forward with Kyler at the helm, I think all of the Cardinals' weapons and James Conner coming back from injury, I think all of Cardinals' weapons are definitely taking.
And when they
massive
get
upgrades.
Marvin Harrison,
Except for Marquise fucking Brown.
Yeah.
he's gonna.
I think-
He
I
goes
think
for
he
a
has brighter
touchdown.
days
Like,
ahead.
they just
He'll be
missed a
fine.
touchdown.
I don't know, man. I'm at such a crossroads with my team right now because there's like when Kyron Williams comes back, like I don't think I'm starting Bryce Young. Like I legitimately think I have a better shot of getting more output from a wide receiver or running back than him.
Or you can trade me Javante Williams.
No, that guy's gonna be really good.
Devontae's awesome.
Yeah,
That
so
dude's
he's-
getting fed the rock right now.
I have him, Ken Walker, and CMC. My league, I have so many pieces. I'm really trying to get rid of Walker, but like, it's all fucked up because all the best players that I trade for, there's 4 teams that are 8-2, and like everyone else sucks because like the league value is all fucked up. So it's so hard to make deals. Our deadlines this week.
Our league is nuts.
Yeah, it's hard to trade in ours because it's like you know that people aren't going to give up like guys that are good right now because there's so many guys that are in the conversation to make the playoffs. You know,
Dude, Scotty's team is just puts up points, dude.
I was
He always has a guy-
fucking.
he has a guy that puts up 40 plus every week, at least in our league
Every
with the
single
boosts and
week.
stuff. But like,
I-
it's every
I was
week
pissed
someone
when
Put
I
else-
up
lost.
190 with Henry putting up 3 and Diggs putting up 6. Like
Yeah, I mean, Dak put up 55 in our league or something like that, right?
Yeah.
54.
53.8.
It's ridiculous.
I was pissed. I think I scored 4th most points this week or something, and I lost by 9. I was so pissed.
Well, how many? What did you score? Because I was right or probably around you. I think Carney.
I think like 163.
Yeah, I was right under you, and I lost by 60.
Let's go. I got Woodsy this week.
Let's go,
Don't lose.
All right.
Projected
Oh,
40 right
he's
now.
projected 49.
Sammy. I'm coming for you, week 12.
You're gonna fucking crush me, Ken.
Should have Jetta's by then.
Dude,
So
I've gotten so lucky with my schedule this year. It's been unbelievable.
do we think
Oh, then I face my brother week 12.
the Bengals? I don't know why I do not see the Bengals losing the Ravens on Thursday, but that is going to be an unreal Thursday night game.
Yeah,
I
Thursday
see them
night game
getting
of the year.
crushed.
I agree. I see them getting demolished. Actually,
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
Get
everyone in that division is going to win like 11 games. Like every single team, I think.
Yeah, but Thursday night. Yeah, but Thursday night games never go smoothly. They're just weird.
They're weird.
So
But there hasn't been a good one really.
yeah.
Like, this is the first like outside of week 1, probably
Oh
legit
God,
one.
the Cowboys are against the Panthers, dude.
there's not good games this week.
Steelers Browns. That's a good
Steelers,
game.
Browns,
Jesus
and then
Christ.
the Eagles,
That's,
Chiefs.
that's what I'm saying. I don't think I can start Bryce Young against the Cowboys defense.
No, I don't think you can.
No. What do you
How
want
many
for him?
receiving?
Dude, I don't know. Because like I can't ask for something Like I can't ask for much anymore.
What would you add to him for Lamar?
Maybe Javante.
No, I don't like Javante that much.
Then I don't know.
He's good, not that good. He had a good week. I was in a scramble for a running back.
Yeah, I only have
So
one healthy.
starting
I only have
fucking
one
Michael
healthy
Carter,
one
who's
on my
now off
active
the team.
roster.
So
Yeah, I only have Jalen Warren that's healthy at the moment.
yeah, I had
I
all
can
my
give you a
guys.
piece.
on
I can give you
I
a
have a
piece.
bunch of mid running backs I can give up.
I can give you
that. Dude,
Antonio Gibson. Tom.
I want Brian Robinson. You didn't see the text, Carney.
Yeah, I was texting you, and then
Oh, and then he scores like 33. I was like, bro.
yeah, and now his fucking value fucking through the
Damn it.
roof, through the roof.
Through the roof.
I don't think it's through the roof, but
He stinks.
he's
Brian
not
Robinson?
good.
Yeah.
He's not good.
He's a low end RB. He's not good. You have Damian Pierce, Tom.
I never
He's
said
trash.
that Damian Pierce was good.
Yeah, I don't know why I got so defensive. Sorry.
Yeah, I just said he's not.
I don't know.
I think
I think
Antonio Gibson's
he's a
coming
low
for
end
his job.
RB2. I think he's a low end RB2 in Dynasty.
Antonio Gibson's coming for his job, Carney.
I don't
Remember
know.
when Antonio Gibson was supposed to be like?
He's doing all right now.
Yeah, but he was supposed to be like nuts.
They need Alfred Morris in Washington.
Yeah.
Alfred
Dude.
Morris, all time rookie rushing leader for the Commanders or Redskins.
Wow. Commanders
Excuse
open up
you?
at -9.5 against the Giants.
Wait.
Just
You guys said
how
Brian
is that
Robinson
good?
isn't good?
No,
He's running
not
back
good.
6 right now.
That's so skewed.
I don't care. Yeah, he's bad.
He's going to be out of the league in 3 years.
Less
So
than
is
that.
like every
He's not
running
even
back.
he's not even get 1,000 yards this year.
What if he
Brian
gets shot
Robinson
again?
has 14.6 points per game this year.
He's had like a few games where he's had like 25, 30, and the rest of his games he has like 6.
Yeah,
No,
but
his
he's injury
his
prone,
lowest
John.
game is 7 points.
He's injury prone, John.
He hasn't
Sorry,
been hurt
7.
this year.
Yeah, but
He
he
got
could get himself
shot
in a bad
last year. What do you mean
situation.
he's injury prone? He got shot last year.
He could get himself in a bad situation again. That's all I'm saying.
My God, his low in points is 7.
Got-
He
got
averages 14 and a
characteristics.
half a game.
No, I don't like the off field risk. I'm out.
Okay.
But let's talk about Sam Howell, yeah? That's my dude.
He's a dog.
Did
I
you?
love Sam Howell, dude.
I say we get into him when we talk about the rankings.
What an interesting
a little
guy.
bit.
God
Because-
damn it! I have
So
two.
you got Howell in your
quarterbacks.
top 10?
No, but he's
Phenomenal first name.
I think
That'd
he's an
fire me
honorable
up.
mention.
Fair.
I really do.
Absolutely phenomenal first name.
I don't even know what a trade with Sam Howell would look like.
I like
I
Yeah,
don't
I've
even
been
know
trying, man.
His,
His value just keeps going.
I just
Yep.
Skyrocket.
hate that though. Like I don't know.
You're not sold on him?
It's like it's the Commanders, man.
Yeah, we've never seen a good quarterback. In
It's the
Washington,
Commanders.
DC.
Who's been their last good quarterback?
Kirk Cousins.
No, but like I'm
Alex
talking
Smith?
like, who was their quarterback back in the day when they had all that
Is
success?
it,
Oh,
Joe
Joe
Theismann?
Theismann, yeah.
Theismann, that's right.
and he
They had
fucking-
RG3.
The 80s.
Yeah, RG3, Jesus.
Jesus, dude, I might. Zay Jones is in jail.
All right, I have a trivia question.
I'm just looking at my bench. I don't know who to start at flex this week. And it says Zay Jones released from jail 6 hours ago.
Yeah, he.
What the fuck?
I think he threw. Did he throw a brick at somebody? or
No, that was
something?
Michael Thomas.
Oh, that was Michael Thomas.
What'd he do? He was misdemeanor domestic battery causing bodily harm. Well, it looks like I'm cutting him now.
At least they didn't get shot.
Mike Thomas, that is a cul-de-sac there. You can't. That's a dead end. You can't do anything with him if you
Yeah,
have.
that's
He's hurt now too.
Yeah.
cement on a
Yeah.
team.
I mean,
What's his,
redraft leagues, he's not sniffing rosters.
Who was it? Who was Michael
No
Thomas?
shot.
Stan.
Man,
Oh, Stan.
So I have,
Stan
a
made
trivia
some
I have a trivia question.
stupid trades, man.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
one he made with Woodsy before the year with Kyler, dude.
Laporta and Kyler?
I don't know.
What?
All right,
What's your
who had
question?
the trivia question?
All right,
Trivia.
Who's leading the Giants in receiving yards this year, and how many?
Is it Saquon?
Nope.
Darren Waller.
Yep, Waller with 380 yards through 10.
That's more than I
380?
expected too. That's more than I expected.
That is so sad.
It's unbelievable.
What's Wandale Robinson doing this year?
Less than 380 yards.
How many passing yards did Daniel Jones have this season before he got hurt?
14.
Wait. How many games did he play in?
Yeah, 14.
I feel like I want to nail this. Having him on my team.
All right, hold on. Let me.
I think I can nail this.
796.
That's.
How many games?
I think that's way too high, honestly.
All right,
538.
pull up the game log.
No shot, dude.
Like, he didn't even average, I don't think, 100 a game.
He played in 6 games.
6?
748.
I'm going.
911.
512.
I'm going 815.
Someone
Actually,
is
no.
incredibly close.
Who was close?
Who?
Someone is incredibly close.
I
913.
think I'm off because he went
Yeah.
off against the Cardinals.
That person just got further away.
908.
909.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow.
that's pretty close.
That's
in the
bad.
first guess.
Wow.
That's really bad.
That is really bad.
And that includes a 321-yard game.
Who did he throw that against?
The Cardinals in the second half, they played well. The only good half of football they've played all year.
Damn.
What is this next segment? What are we doing now, John?
Should we go into guys trade deadline?
Fuck, Mary, kill.
Fuck, Mary,
Oh,
kill,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, let's answer Bod's question that he asked on our
Oh,
on
yeah.
Instagram. That's kind of the same thing. Want
Want me to read the question out?
Yeah, read the question out.
All right, so this is from one of our listeners. Feel free to send out questions in our Instagram, TikTok, any questions you want us to answer on the pod, or we'll respond to any questions on Instagram. So the question was, who are some late season mid-tier guys that have a chance for a strong end to the season and have a good, maybe strong playoff couple games?
So he's talking about, obviously, redraft. I'll do T. Higgins. For
I
redraft.
think Higgins higher
Is
than-
he mid in redraft?
No, I mean, technically this year he's been just 'cause he's been out so much. He has still had a couple of not so great games, but I think he is someone who has a really good playoff schedule. I mean, I'm going to read out the teams that they're playing. They're going to play the Vikings, Steelers, and Chiefs. Those are
Ooh, those
3
are
decent
tough
matchups.
defenses.
I think they're good matchups though for the Bengals, like to
But
throw the
The
ball.
Chiefs
a
are
lot.
a disgusting defense.
Yeah, but the Bengals are going to be throwing the ball a lot that game.
Yeah.
I have a sneaky good one. So, this guy, you probably get him real cheap in redraft, but he's been putting up numbers, especially in PPR format. Fantasy Pros has him as 5-star schedule, which means he has a easy ass schedule the rest of the way. Let me go with Demario Douglas for the Pats.
Yeah,
I feel like
Wow.
you don't have to give up that much for him. You'd honestly probably down tier and get 2 pieces for 1. But he's got Giants, Chargers, Steelers, Chiefs, kind of a tough matchup. But then Denver, Buffalo, Jets is, well, actually it's week 18, so it doesn't matter. But
I think it's a shame that Demario Douglas was brought up on this podcast.
It's just awful.
Yeah.
he put up 14.
Because as much as you have like an easy matchup schedule, you still need someone to throw you the damn ball.
He's been putting up
he's been
numbers.
putting up points, dude.
Let's have Malik Cunningham get back there. I want to see that guy start.
Right?
I think Douglas definitely not like a mid tier. He's kind of a low tier guy, but I think if like
That's
he's
like
a
a
solid,
low guy, yeah.
he's a guy you can throw in your flex if he has a good matchup.
Yeah.
So I don't hate that.
Good matchup,
Going
and your
more-
team
going
is
more
dog
just-
shit.
Better, like higher up on the rankings, like a guy I think is going to be a beast in the playoffs, and Isaiah Pacheco I think is going to have a big next
Oh, yeah.
6 weeks. Chiefs got to win, try to get that 1 seed. It's going to be a dog.
Could have had him, John. Could have had him.
Pacheco?
Yep.
I mean, I still got ETN. I'm fine.
I have another guy, a different Bengals receiver. I got Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, baby.
Boyd's coming around. Like even when T and Jamar are going to be healthy, like Burrow's spreading that ball around, and he's proved that he's still a wider. Like he's gross. He's gross. He did drop a touchdown,
He did drop one.
which was bad, which would have won them the game most likely. But no, he's solid. He's been very consistent for his entire career, and I think he's gonna have a big second half.
What do we think about if you're someone that's fighting for a playoff spot and you got Cooper Cup on your team?
Sell.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like he can't get much lower for the rest of the year than where he's at right now.
Yeah, but a lot of leagues have deadlines this week or next week. I think the name value can still get you some good pieces.
If you're fighting for a playoff spot, I would keep
Right, like
him.
you're not locked in. Like I think he's got. Like, do you think he's gonna play? Because I mean, he came back from injury and was gross, and then he's had I think 3 straight duds of
Well,
games.
Stafford's
Stafford
back.
hasn't been there.
I mean,
Is
Stafford,
Stafford back?
yeah,
He's
Stafford's
supposed to
back
be.
this week.
Yeah,
One
if I'm
game.
fighting for a playoff spot, I want to make playoffs, and I'm on the cusp. I'm absolutely keeping Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it depends on what you get for him. Because I don't think many people are going to be buying him as a wide receiver 1. But if you get someone that is willing to give you 2, like a wide receiver 2 and a running back 2, I think I would take that.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
I don't know what I'd trade for him dynasty-wise.
A guy that I like the rest of the season.
Late first, Sim?
I don't see him more so as like a mid tier guy. He's kind of a mid to upper tier guy, sort of in the same sort of category I guess as Higgins, maybe a little higher. But I like Rashad White.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely hitting his stride right now at the right time for a lot of fantasy managers. He has probably his toughest matchup for the rest of the season this upcoming week against the 49ers. And after that, he goes to the Colts, Panthers, Falcons, Packers, Jacksonville. I mean, he's going to continue to.
He really catches those balls.
Especially in PPR.
Yeah, he's going to be a
He's a
beast for you.
PPR monster, and his backup running back is Sean Tucker. So he's getting, I don't know the exact numbers, but he's probably getting a bulk, if not or he's getting a majority of the snap share every week from the backfield.
Probably like 60, 75%.
And their offense is good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's solid.
Baker likes to dump it off to him, apparently, and he can do a lot when he catches the ball. So, yeah, I like him.
Mid-tier guys, a mid-tier quarterback. I feel like you could get Baker,
Mid-tier
Here's
quarterback.
who puts up points relatively.
I got another guy here.
If you really need Baker, then you're not in a good spot.
I got another guy here you could buy low. Also got a favorable schedule upcoming, and just coming off injury, Justin Fields. I feel like you can buy low on a quarterback. He's got favorable matchups, and the upside's always there with him. He can just break off a fucking 75-yard touchdown at any moment.
Speaking of which, Ken, let's talk. Let's talk a little bit. All this cup talk is kind of.
Yeah.
Ooh.
you don't want Cup, bro?
I do, but I also would rather have a quarterback.
I would love a quarterback from someone.
I think
I would
Fields,
love to give a quarterback to somebody.
I think Fields is going to absolutely tear it up.
Well, Derek, I want to hear this offer you have for me.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. It's pretty large.
Can I hear it?
Let's do it right now.
I've been thinking about it. I don't know.
Why don't you just send something out there and we can talk about it, and then
as Derek's thinking about this real quick, the Titans got to draft another quarterback, right?
Levis not the guy.
We can't be off the train yet.
No, I think they're going to give Levis a full year.
Dude, he looks brutal. He's looked brutal these last 2 games.
Well, what's that say about Bryce Young?
He's looked brutal.
So do you think they should move off Bryce Young too?
They won't.
Well, they probably won't.
Capital.
Well,
yeah, I mean, they drafted Levis in the 2nd round. It's not like they bought into him 100%.
I think that team has.
They won't move on from the number 1 overall pick in 1 year.
That's true. I think that team has more issues outside of quarterback, though. I think their O-line's brutal.
That team is just bad.
Nothing about Tennessee excites me. Even Derrick Henry, I think
he's
I
done.
don't really love him rest of the year. This could be a guy you could sell.
Props to Derrick Henry for his career. But yeah, he's done.
Yeah.
That's a big cat.
But I think he could still be in an offense and produce. I just don't think he could be the number 1 guy anymore.
I can see him as a Cowboy.
I wanted them to trade for him because Tony Pollard is good with a power back like that.
That's
that would be perfect.
He's always like in trade rumors. I feel like
They should just
Yeah.
trade
you
him.
know, I feel like his name's always popping up.
And the more they wait, the less that they're going to be able to get for him.
I would have loved for him to be a Cowboy.
Because then you could put Pollard back in his role he was in last year.
Exactly.
But I think one thing that hasn't been talked about enough, I think part of the reason Pollard hasn't been like that good this year is because of the injury he got in the playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
Like he like broke his leg, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
So like that could be a reason. I don't really know.
Yeah, I'm sure it has something to do. Like, he's just not as explosive.
Yeah. Hey, we got anyone else that we think should be trade targets? Any mid-tier guys?
I think a guy that could be potential league winner on our hands here in all formats. I think Dynasty and redraft. A fellow by the name of Keaton Mitchell.
I'm so pissed about that.
I know he only had like 3 carries last week, but I don't think there's any denying that the Ravens have been looking for a guy that. I mean, Gus Edwards has been doing a lot of his damage on the goal line, and Lamar obviously is there with the option plays and the running ability. But I think they've been looking for a guy that's been a little more explosive, and I think Keaton Mitchell can kind of fill that role.
I think going off that too.
I need to see more.
I feel like they've been running Lamar a lot less this year. I could be wrong. I don't think his attempts are up. So I think, I mean, it's been working. He's 11 yards per carry in his 3 carries or something like that.
Yeah,
Like
I think his role is just going to continue to grow.
What's your where do you value him at, Ken, right now?
I don't know. That's a hard one to kind of
Right, because he's
value a little bit.
been in the league for two weeks.
Yeah,
Tom,
I
I
don't
do
know.
that deal you sent me last night, though.
I probably won't, but I was just kind of gauging out if I.
Okay.
It was a doozy. It was Jaleel
It was.
McLaughlin for a third. But
I think, like-
I think I'd just keep my third and just not have a running back this week.
I think I said it too quickly. Like, I'd do that. I think if I said I have to think about it and then got back to you in 10 minutes, maybe the deal would have went
No, it
down.
has nothing to do with value. It's the fact that, like, he's literally be projected 5 points
No, I know.
and he'll never play again unless something crazy happens. But I'd rather
think,
just
like-
take my chances on a third and hopefully get the next, Tank Dell or something.
I think about Algier.
I don't know. He's like I said, I'll figure something out.
Algier for a third?
I'm just spitballing here.
I think
Maybe a 2025 third.
I think talking about Keaton Mitchell, I think like in Dynasty, obviously we value wide receivers so much higher. So I think a guy like Keaton Mitchell is so valuable because that's the exact sweet spot that you're looking for with running backs. Like, I feel like you want like these power wide receivers that you know are going to put up points. But then if you can find these little like cheap guys
Isaiah Pacheco.
at running back that are going to produce for you, but like aren't these massive names, like I think like that's kind of like the way that teams are starting to form. Like I don't know, just personally, like I like Kyron Williams for that reason. Like I'm
Kyron Williams, perfect example.
and like
Jalen
Zach
Warren.
Moss in the beginning of the year before Taylor, like
It just
Like,
makes
don't-
planning out though hard because I do think running backs are gonna be short deals. They're gonna be good for a short amount of time, and they're gonna
Right.
be gone. So it's kind of hard to like. You almost gotta
Yeah.
run into one of those guys at the right time where the rest of your team's good.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
like
I think it's a year to year thing.
yeah. I don't hate evaluating running backs in dynasty formats like every offseason, kind of trying to change up that room a little bit.
I'm struggling right now because my team. I mean, I think I have one of the better, at least especially depth wise, wide receivers in the league. I mean, I have 5 guys that are probably top 25 right now, but I have no running backs. But I struggle looking at the trade board or whatever, and there's no running backs like I've been willing to invest in a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's not even like necessarily trading for a guy. I think the way to get running backs and like win leagues is by drafting these like not even like the Gibbs or the Robinson,
No, like
the
A-chains
Bijan's of
or-
the world. It's like the A-chains, right?
Yeah, right.
Or it's like picking up a guy who just like a
For me,
Mostert.
for me, it's
I mean,
Jalen
that's
Warren right now. Like
Yeah,
if I
right.
didn't have him, like I picked him up last year, and he's slowly just been getting better and better. Like getting one, maybe like next year if he takes over Najee, like getting 1 year out of him, like a guy like that is,
Hmm.
all you can ask for.
I
Najee's been
just
kind of
think
solid though.
No, they've both been like really good the last couple weeks.
I just think in for Dynasty, I just don't love the shelf lives of running backs.
Hate
So I
it.
feel like you can't really build a team, or I my philosophy is like I feel like I wouldn't build a team around like two stud running backs. I think it's more of like a redraft model because since it's only one season,
Right.
the
Yeah,
running backs
that's
are such a
right.
premium.
yeah. Like
In
look at
Dynasty,
Kyron Williams. Like Kyron Williams is a great example. Like he was not drafted in redraft formats, I don't think, by anybody. And then week one, he shows he's getting the bell cow role, and then everyone's spending. I don't know. You could have got him for pretty cheap. I think after week one with Fab, I think you could have got him for maybe $20, and now he's going to come back from injury and he's going to help you out a lot in the playoffs. So
it's the same with A Chain. And
same with H.
one of my redraft leagues, he went for like I think someone we had like 110 fab. He spent all 110 of it on A Chain.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got him. I spent 56 on him. So
And that's
out
why
of
I think
100.
like a guy like Keaton Mitchell could win you a league. Because if he does develop to like one of these names, like that's a guy that you spent next to no fab on, or a third round draft pick
Yeah.
on him, and all of a sudden here's a running back that had no value going into the year, and now
Yeah.
he can win you a league. And
We
so I
saw it
think
last year. McKinnon almost won my dad the league.
right.
He had
I
9
think like
receiving touchdowns.
I think there's such a huge spectrum on like these little guys. Like you can either have like the rookies or the inexperienced guys go off for like a couple years, and or you could find like these older guys like Mostert, McKinnon, who are gonna have like these massive years out of nowhere,
Yeah.
You can
like Jamal Williams last year. Like there's
Well,
guys like
I
that.
tried. Yeah, I tried to go cheap with Pacheco and Swift, and the turnout was way more than I expected.
Right. I think
yeah.
the idea is to go cheap and go heavy on wide receiver, which I think we already knew, but I don't know if you can find those little diamonds in the rough at running back, like
Yeah.
Well,
I think
Derek,
there's only
what I
I'm
think
looking at
helps you is sorry, Tony, you about to say something?
well, I was just gonna say like I'm looking at a list, and I think there's only 4 running backs that I'm confident in that are like guys that will be. I mean, like aside from an injury, are guys that like you can invest in and like know that they'll be elite
For
for
redraft
at
or
least a couple
dynasty or
years.
both?
Dynasty. I mean, like no. Redraft. There's probably 10 or 12 that are this year, are solid. But I'm saying like going forward, like there's aside from like I think 4 names, and I was thinking, let me go through it here: Bijan, Gibbs, um, ETN,
CMC?
McCaffrey, and
I think Jonathan
like
Taylor's on that too.
and
yeah,
Jonathan Taylor. Yep, 5. But I think Eckler's on his way out. Henry's on his way out. Pollard not
How
anymore.
about Brees Hall?
Brees Hall too.
Oh yeah,
Yep, I
that's
missed him. But that's
Well,
I think that's it.
Well, something I kind of want to add in with that is with running backs, you can kind of look at like you can kind of plan in dynasty formats. You can kind of plan your running backs like right now. Like I remember last year, I was kind of thinking about like the situation that James Cook would be in, and I knew that Damian Harris, wait, no, who was it? Who Devin Singletary was in his contract year, and I just like was like James Cook was pretty low value at the time. I remember thinking to myself like, there's a good chance Singletary's going to sign elsewhere. And like another guy like Alexander Madison, like there's a lot of buzz going around that Dalvin Cook was going into his free agency. He might sign elsewhere, and then Madison steps in and is the one. So you can kind of look at some guys that are going into like their contract years, like Tony Pollard is going into a contract year. Derrick Henry has a void in 2024. Josh Jacobs going into a contract year. I mean, those are big names that are probably going to be able to re-sign Saquon. But then you got other names. You got names like Devin Singletary with the Texans. Like what's going to happen with that backfield next year? And you got DeAndre Swift. What's going to happen with that backfield? Likely he's probably going to resign. He's been doing well there. Another name, Gus Edwards. Like could Keaton Mitchell next year just walk into that number one role? Like something to
yeah.
think about.
It's weird. Like you talked about Pollard, and who else did you say? Oh, Madison. It's
Yep.
like before the season, these two guys like had so much hype around them because now they're finally freed up and they've just been duds. And it's like, how can like all these analysts and all these people and fantasy pros like talk about how these guys are just gonna absolutely blow up this year, and like that's just not how running backs work anymore. Like, not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's interesting though. Makes it tough. For
I
sure.
see JT is exploding next year, dude. I just
Yeah.
see
Alright,
him
well-
going right back to where he was.
He's
Is
already-
this
he's getting
Back,
there
man.
already.
is this a good segue to our rankings,
Yeah, let's do it.
or do we want to do the rookie pick values first?
No, let's see rankings.
Rankings.
All right, so
I
who
think
wants
we're
to
all
start
gonna be
us
pretty
off here?
similar.
Oh, yeah,
Who wants to
probably.
go
Probably
first?
same 10, different order, but
You want me to just rip the QBs?
yeah, go
Sure.
your top 10 QBs.
All right. So I'm gonna go Mahomes, Hurts, Allen, Burrow. I'm ready for Stroud right now at the QB5. Lamar, Herbert, AR, T-Law, Tua are my top 10 dynasty QBs.
I had the
Almost
same
spot
10
on
in a
with
different
mine.
order.
I had the same 10, different order.
Same.
Let's hear it.
That's crazy.
Only things I had different was I had Justin Herbert over Lamar. I could see it both ways. I mean,
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
see both
that
ways.
can-
I just
I have
struggled not
Herbert.
putting Lamar over just because of like the running X factor, dude.
I have
Like,
Herbert. I have it going Herbert at 5, Stroud 6, Lamar 7.
Me too, Tom.
ooh,
I had what did you say, Tom? Wait, what was yours?
Mine was Mahomes, Hurts, Burrow, Allen, Herbert, Stroud, Lamar, Tua, Lawrence, Richardson.
So I had the same top 5 as Derek, and then I had Herbert, Lamar. And this might be a little emotional pick for me just because I have him in one dynasty league, but I'm going T-Loss over AR because
I think
I
it's
just want to
close.
be able to see AR be healthy for a year before I put him over T-Law.
Yeah, I still
Man,
said that too.
I know T-Law's been down this year, but
And he has a brutal schedule.
I
the
can't
rest of the
wait
year.
for AR to come back.
I think
Just,
T-Law's
please just stay healthy. Go to the same freaking jujitsu classes as Tua did, and just ball
Right.
out.
seemed
Like
to-
learn how to take a hit and put up 30 fantasy points a game for me.
He's
Any
just-
honorable mentions?
I think
Ken's waiting for one of us to say Sam Howell.
I think he's like
I think Dak's
No.
11.
Who's
Kyler
11?
12.
I think Dak's 11.
I had Kyler at 10 and then I switched. it to
Kyler is 11 for me.
I had Kyler at 10 and I deleted it and put Richardson. And I
Kyler
think-
is 11.
Yeah, and I think there's a big gap for Dynasty right there.
Right after that.
And
I think Kyler's 12. I think Dak's 11. I
I,
think Fields is 13.
Fields is
Yeah, I think that's
13.
what the drop off is because then I think the next tier is like guys like Jared Goff, like
yeah, and I think like Dak's high
Purdy.
end of that tier. Purdy is I like Goff more than Purdy, I think. But
I'm
I
on the
think
Stroud
that-
train.
I think from Mahomes to like Kyler, I think is
Yes, after that is after QB 11 is a drop.
you're comfortable with any of those guys. Like
Yeah.
for the next 5 to 7 years, like I think they could all be elite.
Yeah, if you have two guys in that like first 11 category, like don't really need to change
Let's
much.
go.
I got 3, bro.
Yeah.
Dobbs isn't in that.
I have AR.
Oh yeah,
All right, so want to
Yeah,
get into some
you,
backs?
Sammy.
Want to get into some RBs?
Yeah, I'll list my top 10 running backs.
This is probably where it's gonna be more disparity.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
So,
I went
yeah.
CMC, Bijan, Gibbs, ETN, Taylor, Hall, Eckler, Achan, Saquon, Kenneth Walker.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I had the same 10, just different order as well.
I don't have the same 10.
I got
don't
Brees
know.
at 3, man.
I got
I had
Brees at
Brees
2.
I have Brees at 3.
I
I
got
got
So-
Brees at 2. I love Brees Hall, man.
Here, I got a little bit of a different 10. I have Bijan at 1. I know he hasn't been producing just because of
Jesus.
his age.
Boo. Boo.
All right.
I have Bijan at 1 too.
Yeah. Fuck you, Sammy.
I got Bijan at 3.
I got Ramondre at no, I'm just kidding. I have CMC at 2. Brees Hall 3. Gibbs 4. Jonathan Taylor 5. ETN 6. Ken Walker 7. Achane at 8. Eckler 9. And this is kind of a bold take, but I just
Brian
really
Robinson.
no. I feel like there's a lot of guys that are in the top 10 on the keep trade cut are aging. So at 10, I put Javonte Williams.
Mm.
I mean,
I mean,
Kind of
he's
like
getting
Jacobs
volume,
there.
and he
I
was.
like
So I had
Jacobs
Jacobs in my top 10. So like I had the same 8, just a different order. I had A-Chain over Kenneth Walker. I had JT over ETN. But then my 9 and 10 are Jacobs, and like a guy who I still think is going to be relatively like, when I think Dynasty, I think like 2 to 3 years ahead. And I would love to still have Kamara
Yeah.
for the next 2 to 3
And
years.
Eckler.
Both of them. Like
Yeah,
Saquon.
Eckler.
Saquon, yeah.
I
Like
think Swift is
Kamara,
like floating around that
Kamara
like
has, 10
11 to.
receptions a game, dude.
There's a
It's
lot of guys you can put
ridiculous.
in like that 8 to 10 range for sure.
Yeah, just get
Running back.
your points, guys.
Because I
Like,
think Swift is just outside of that as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna cause an absolute ruckus with my wide receivers.
I think the reason why I had Javonte at 10 over guys like Saquon, Jacobs, you don't know what they're going to be going
Exactly.
forward. You don't
That's
know where
why
they're going to be. The amount of tread on those tires, like they're both going to be. Saquon's going to be 27. Jacobs going to be 26 next year. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it's just
Yeah.
running back.
Running backs
I see
fluctuate.
Javonte he's already started back. I think he's fully 100% now. His workload is just crazy right now. I think if he stays healthy, he'll sustain that for time to come.
Yeah,
Where's Nick
Yeah,
Chubb? Where's Nick Chubb on your list?
Dude,
It's-
35, 50.
Ugh.
before the year started, I think I would have had him at 10. Like
I'm going to have him higher than
10
that before the year.
No, I would have had him at that filler spot with big points,
Yeah.
but like getting older.
Yeah, like he would have been like that 9, 10, 11 range guy, and now I don't know. Is he in your top 24?
Yes.
Probably not.
I don't know.
I
Who
think
is
it's
RB?
more-
Who,
how-
like,
you
give
don't
me
know how
keep
he's
trade
gonna
count.
come
Let me
back.
see RB24.
I got it right here. RB24 is Tajay Spears.
Yeah, I'm taking Chubb over Spears.
Yeah, Charbonnet's over Chubb. Miles Sanders
Fuck.
What a
on
fall!
Fantasy Pros is over Chubb.
That's ridiculous.
Oh,
I mean-
see who's RB19 here, Brian Robinson. Huh.
You have
Yeah, but-
Kyron Williams at 33 on Fantasy Pros, behind Charbonnet, Spears, Madison, Roshan Johnson, Miles Sanders. That's brutal.
Well, here, Keep Trade Cut
Aaron
has Nick Chubb at
Jones.
Keep Trade Cut has Nick Chubb at 28 and Derrick Henry at 26. Chubb's over guys like Keaton Mitchell at 29, Najee at 30, Mostert 31, Jerome Ford, Aaron Jones.
Najee's at 30?
I don't know if Keaton Mitchell should be above Najee.
Absolutely
know.
not.
No
No.
shot.
That
No
is
We
shit.
got Warren ahead of
keep
Najee.
trade cut is just such recency
Yeah,
bias,
I
dude.
don't
Well,
think
that
that is.
I'm just saying
It's
that
so
Keep Trade
reactionary.
Cut is at least putting a little more respect on Chubb than
Yeah.
I like
Fantasy Pros. You said,
I
Sam?
like Fantasy Calc better than
Fantasy Calc is my favorite.
Fantasy Pros, like they're like 20. They have Damian Pierce at 20.
Maybe we got to learn how to make one of these. Make a pigskin pro.
We got James Cook
Yeah,
at 18.
Pigskin Pros rankings.
That'd be sick.
That would be sick. If
Sell
anyone
some
knows how to
ads.
do that, that'd be cool. That'd be really
Yeah.
cool.
They
Pigskin
got
Pros
James
trade
Cook.
calculator. I feel like I can figure some of that out with the
Jesus.
Yep.
analytics stuff. I'll write a program.
But yeah, running backs definitely fluctuate a lot more than QBs. Like the
I
QBs,
think-
like
I
that
think
top
receivers are going to be even better.
I
I'm
think. Sorry,
top
what-
8 quarterbacks. Top 8 quarterbacks are not moving, and like the
gonna
running backs keep shifting.
Can
all
I
the time.
can I just point out a guy we talked about earlier? Right now,
Hmm.
Rashad White is at RB16. Do you think that's fair?
He
Yeah.
should be
Yeah.
higher.
Like,
I
you
think
putting
so,
him
higher.
over Pollard though, because Pollard's at 14.
no,
No.
I'm still taking Pollard over him. Just
Yeah, me
with,
too.
Fair.
I have to.
I think I'm taking. I don't know. I think I'll stay where it is.
All
I
right,
have
about-
to. Pollard's too good.
What about Pollard, who's at 14, or Pacheco at 18?
Pollard?
Pollard.
How about Pollard or Rashad White?
Pollard.
Or not, or Rashad White or Pacheco, I mean. Sorry.
Rashad
Rashad
White.
White.
Yeah.
I don't know. For the rest of the year or
Rashad White.
Dynasty.
Dynasty.
Dynasty?
Rashad White.
I think I might go.
James Cook, Isaiah Pacheco.
Pacheco.
I'm still on the Cook wagon, baby. I'm
Yeah, you
still
are.
on the Cook wagon. I love James Cook, dude.
You
What
love
about James
those.
Cook, Kyron Williams?
You love those average
James
Bills
Cook.
players, don't you?
He's above average. Do you see the way he ran the ball last night?
Gabe Davis.
Gabe, he needs. I need him off my team. I can't look at him.
You,
What
that
do you
is,
want for him?
you have not gotten rid
Dude,
of that
I'll
guy,
take a
dude.
second. I'll take a second and run away.
Ooh,
Yeah, I
2024
don't-
second is way more valuable than Gabe.
Yeah,
I'll
I
take
don't
a
think I'd give
26
that.
second. I don't care.
Ooh, actually,
Probably 25, maybe.
I mean, wait, no, but Gabe's just
Dude, you can.
because we're gonna hit that year, and I'm gonna be like, why the fuck don't I have my second round pick?
Yeah.
That's gonna be some
Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis, who's not even in
Gabe
the league
Davis is
anymore.
going to be a fourth string on.
Yeah,
Canadian football
on
team.
some in the XFL or something.
Yeah.
He's just such a meme on my team, dude. But I have to play him every week.
I can't believe I bought high on him last year in my redraft. I thought he
He's
was going to be
okay,
so
like-
good.
In
Last year,
best
didn't
ball,
like,
he
week
is
2?
very valuable.
Hmm.
Just because you can sit him on the bench and he might drop 35.
He's
I
been,
hate
he's
best ball. I
been
think best
okay
ball's
this
so
week.
dumb.
This year, he's been okay this year.
Yeah,
But-
but to your point, it's not like a guy you feel confident week in, week out.
Yeah.
Right now,
He's the definition of boom or bust.
yes.
Definition, dude. I'd rather have Noah Brown in my lineup right now.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
get behind that.
All right, who's ripping receivers?
Receivers, I'm gonna cause a
Yeah,
ruckus.
I'll take-
you
I'll
go
take
first, Derek. Or Ken, you want to go?
Sure, I'll take it. All right. I'm going Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tyreek Hill, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Puka Nacua, Stephon Diggs.
Wow, that was
Puka.
really close to mine.
Puka.
I'm going
But
Puka.
Puka's not in my top 10.
Me neither.
I had Puka at like 11.
Sam's gonna love this. I'm ready to start the 2A, 2B with Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb. I'm ready for it.
So you're Chase one.
I'm
Jefferson-
so ready for it, and I'll challenge anyone on it. Jefferson
CeeDee Lamb.
future versus CeeDee Lamb going like this. He's
CeeDee Lamb's
projected
electric.
1,800 yards this year. He hits the year
I
that
love
Jefferson
that
has
man.
last year. What do we do now?
Him and Dak have a special connection.
Sam, what was my take with CeeDee Lamb this year? Did I
I
say?
don't know.
Did I say? Remember, I said I was like, is he top 3? Is that what I said?
I don't remember, but I will say, like, I remember in the beginning of the year, for some reason, there was talks that Devontae Smith was better than him. And that's just
remember
a
that.
brutal
Oh, who
take.
said that?
Matt Smith said that.
Yeah,
It's-
dude.
Oh,
That
well,
was
instead of-
But here's
Well,
my
I
thing.
mean,
So here's my thing.
That was just recency bias, sorry, because of
With-
the Super Bowl and shit, his run.
Right.
Doesn't
So
need
with
to say.
Dynasty, like I said before, I think 2 to 3 years ahead. Right? Jefferson had one of the 5 guys who averaged 22 completions a game with Kirk Cousins. The other is one of the other 5 is Dak. There hasn't been a guy outside the top top 5 picks in the NFL draft. Bryce Young and Anthony Richardson were the only 2 who complete 20 plus passes. Vikings aren't going to get that type of quarterback in the draft. Dobbs averages 14 a game. He's not going to get Jefferson that ball. I'd rather have CeeDee Lamb for the next 3 years, and I will die on that hill.
Him and Dak have this connection,
just-
man.
It's just
It's like the Mahomes Kelsey connection. Like, there's a couple plays from that Giants game the other night where, like, I don't know if you guys saw the one where Dak just literally lobbed it up, like, across the field, and
and
CeeDee
also
just
Yeah.
like was
also
there.
Jefferson has Addison growing, and what? Who's behind? Like Brandon Cooks, he's almost dead.
Dude, he
like,
just went off. I'm
He
pissed.
went off, but there is so much less competition there.
Yeah.
For the amount of passes that Dak is throwing versus Jefferson coming back with Jordan Addison and a question mark at quarterback.
Yeah, I could see
Like-
CD being the best like wide receiver points wise after this.
And
year.
no one's ever going to have it on any of the rankings that we look at because Jefferson is such a shiny name and he went off that 1 year or the 2 years.
two
But I'm
years,
saying
only
that
2 years
CeeDee
that are
Lamb-
played in.
Points wise, and only a year older. I am
Alright.
taking that and run. If I have Jefferson and someone offers me CeeDee Lamb straight up, that's something to think about for me. If I'm a contender, like
Jerry Jones, man, he knows how to draft. Say what you want.
that is that
He
for
knows
me
how to
is
draft.
a
I
very
mean, you talk about keep trade cut and the recency bias. I mean, now you're coming at us with this. I mean,
It's not Reese's. The quarterback can. Like you want
No, I know, but
Dobbs throwing it in?
you don't think the Vikings are going to throw the ball more when Jefferson's out there?
Not Josh Dobbs. Josh Dobbs is not Dak or Kirk Cousins.
No, I'm not. No one's saying that.
It's a unique style of playing football that only very few teams play. Baker Mayfield, Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins. Kirk isn't there anymore. Like it's not a volume guy back there anymore. Just chucking it 20 times to one person. It's
Yeah,
not.
Dak's throwing the ball like 50
And then God
times.
forbid they get a 20th
No, I know.
overall pick quarterback, which is who in this draft?
Phoenix?
JJ McCarthy? Have fun with that.
With
Have fun with
Addison,
McCarthy to Jefferson and
JJ
Addison.
McCarthy is going to be Mac Jones.
Yeah, have fun with that. I'm taking Dak and CD all day.
with Addison and Jefferson there, I think.
And Hawkinson.
All right, I'm not even going to talk.
Sorry.
Talk.
And
No,
Hawkinson. But
I'm not even going to talk. But with those three guys,
make the point.
with those three guys, you don't think that they're going to try to find a better option at quarterback, like in the offseason?
Like
That's
who?
what that's
Who's
what I was going to
available?
say. So I was going to say the Vikings end up winning 10 or 11, getting the playoffs, and they go on a run. Obviously, Kirk coming off Achilles. Dobbs isn't going to win you the Super Bowl. I don't know what quarterback it would be, but what if we see a deal like the Rams did getting Stafford? What if the Vikings want to do something like that because their team's ascending and they get a quarterback that just like tries
Okay.
to put them over the top?
But I'm also saying now, a guy who does not have that what if, I'm taking.
What are the free agent quarterbacks this year?
Kirk Cousins,
Right, shit.
Ryan
I don't know.
Tannehill, Jacoby Brissett, Tyrod Taylor, Marcus Mariota, Sam
Yeah, never
Darnold, Jameis
Never
Winston, Drew Lock, Baker
Oh,
Mayfield,
Jameis Winston.
and Minshew.
Jameis be
Jameis
throwing
James
that
Winston's one of
thing.
those guys, but Jesus.
Bad.
He'll be throwing that thing.
Yeah, they're gonna sign Dobbs to a couple of years, I think.
It
You
depends.
have
If
to.
they make the playoffs and he gets them there, they're gonna have to.
Like
Or they
in no
they
way
resign
I'm saying
Kirk.
like CD's better. I'm saying like they are 2A and 2B for me right now because of
No,
CD's.
there's no question he's putting up some historic numbers right now in this past like few weeks, and he's going to have Dak long term. That's why I feel like Chase is the one over Jefferson right now. But it's also like I think it's almost unfair because Jefferson hasn't been playing the past few weeks.
I
But all of a
still-
sudden we're just like he's not the
It-
guy.
No, I get
I
that.
still have Jefferson and Chase as like 1A, 1B, with Lamb right behind them. Only because I want to see CD keep doing this and Jefferson come back, and I want to see signs of all right, targets are down with Dobbs. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to say
I
that
agree.
Jefferson, because Jefferson was one for 2 years.
Right.
So I don't
Right.
want to take him off of that pedestal just because he got hurt.
Well, we're talking about the tied for second best dynasty guy.
I'm
That's
with
that's
you,
still a
but
very high pedestal.
no, he's still excellent. But I'm just saying, like, I don't like CD's great, but I think Jefferson, like, still like we were talking best receiver of all time 6 weeks
Okay,
ago.
what was it? 1,800 yards, right? And if CD does that this year, then what are we talking about?
Right. I don't disagree with you, but I'm just saying, like, Jefferson through 2 seasons, I think is statistically the greatest receiver of all time.
Well, yes, with
Right.
Kirk Cousins, which you
Right.
won't have anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I just want to see a decline with Dobbs before I like take
You know,
him.
Yeah,
I agree.
keep
Let's see
going.
it before
as a football fan, I obviously want to keep seeing Jefferson do what he does, but I just, as a fantasy guy, that poses the question for me now, one for one. Like,
I think for me, it's more about CeeDee Lamb putting himself into that conversation more than Jefferson. taking
absolutely,
himself out
CD
of it,
is
I
disgusting.
He's
think
putting
those
some
3 right
crazy
now
numbers,
are in a different tier, and then I think for me, I had AJ Brown and Tyreek as like the older, not older because they're not old, but slightly older, just beasts this year, just unreal, kind of right behind them.
Yeah.
Like I think that their value in the next like year, like their production next year or two is just like so consistent, just targets, touchdowns, everything you can ask for, quarterbacks. But I mean, they are slightly older if you want to, 26 compared to 23.
Let me ask this little question here. So I'm on Fantasy Pros. We got DK Metcalf at 13.
Hell no.
Horrible.
Not a
Where the
chance.
hell is Keenan Allen? 30.
Yeah.
I know he's 31.
He's wide receiver 30 and
He's
Dynasty.
30.
I mean,
Jesus,
the
man.
problem with him is he could retire at any point.
He shouldn't.
He shouldn't
When's his contract up?
Yeah, I see.
Have you seen his shoulder?
It's a big factor.
Let's get Justin Jefferson to the Chiefs.
I saw
I'm all
while
for
we're
it.
looking that up. I saw
Then we'll really talk Justin.
He is in a
Jefferson.
contract year. I mean, who knows? Who knows with Jettas?
Does
in a
Andy Reid
contract.
make a big splash?
You know what? All right, I have a hot take. What
With
I
a
can
blank
see
check.
happening.
So wait, okay. Before your hot take, who's more valuable? If theoretically, if Jefferson gets traded to the Chiefs, who's more valuable, Mahomes or Jefferson?
Mahomes.
Like it's Jefferson could put up nuts numbers, and Mahomes obviously I think he's the one, but he has not been playing like the freaking one.
I have a hot-
Keenan's
I
only
have
got one more year on the Chargers.
I have a
God damn
hot
it.
take here.
You're gonna say Mahomes isn't the dynasty one?
Keenan Allen's a guy
No,
you can just
no,
ride
Mahomes
him
is
out.
Dynasty one. No, it's about Jefferson. I
Okay.
could see the Jets signing Justin Jefferson
Mm,
because
nuts.
they
Rodgers,
go
Jefferson,
the
and
polar
Wilson.
opposite of this year, where just as bad of luck you could have had, Rodgers comes back healthy, and if that team had a wide receiver 2 with Rodgers, or I should say, a wide receiver
Two wide
one
receiver
at
ones.
wide receiver 2.
Yeah.
If Garrett Wilson becomes the wide receiver 2 in an Aaron Rodgers offense,
that's Waddle. It's literally Waddle. That would be crazy.
yeah, but I'm taking Jefferson and
100%.
Garrett Wilson by a long shot compared to Tyreek and Waddle.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I could see the Jets doing that. Just all in, whatever it takes.
I think they're gonna make a.
Luxury tax, any salary, screw it all.
I think Devontae Adams might be a Jet though.
Yeah, I was
could
about to
see
say
it too,
that.
but
I think as the Vikings, you got to sign him now.
You have
You
to.
cannot let a guy like that walk out the door.
No, he's generational. You have to sign him for 5 years.
And
Whatever
if
he wants.
Yeah.
Highest paid
If I'm
receiver ever.
Jefferson, and I don't see a solid quarterback in the future, I'm out.
yeah, right. That's I think
I'm
the
like,
bigger thing.
get me out of here.
We're
I
handing
love
the guy a blank check, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
Right,
know.
All right,
you're
well,
not.
Derek, do you want to finish your top 10?
oh yeah. So I had the 2A, 2B. Jefferson, yeah, still slightly, but there's a conversation to be had that we had extensively. 4 AJ Brown, 5 Amon-Ra, 6 Tyreek, 7 Wilson, 8 Waddle, and then I have Diggs over Olave at the 9 and Olave at the 10.
It's fair.
Olave, I'm confused about.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
He's sick.
When I made this list, I think I had Olave at 8 at one point. Then I took him out, and then I put him back in at 10, and then I took him out again. We're talking about quarterbacks. He could have the least projectable future quarterback.
He's had terrible quarterback play, and look what he's done with it so far.
Is he
Right,
I think he could be. Sorry, Tom. I think
No, I'm just gonna say that, but we don't know who's gonna be quarterbacking next year either.
But it
similar
doesn't matter.
situation.
He's putting up numbers.
Similar situation with better skill set. I think a good comparison is Terry McLaurin, because he's never really had a set quarterback. But I mean, I'm not saying Olave is not better. He is better, in my opinion.
Ohio State.
But I think, it's kind of a similar situation. We don't know if Derek Carr is going to live out that contract. I mean, you also never know what the future draft and shit. But as of now, it's another situation. You don't know the QB.
Yeah. I don't know. I still like Olave. I think he's really, really good. But
Yeah, me too.
yeah.
Gotta get him a
So,
QB. Get him a
where's Jordan
QB.
Addison?
Gotta get him a
You guys
QB.
just
Gotta
said.
get Jefferson a QB.
Where's
these good
Addison?
players QBs. And
I have
Wilson.
I have Addison on my list, Tom. I had Jefferson, Chase, AJ Brown, CD, Amon-Ra, Wilson, Tyreek. Then I think 8 through 12, in my opinion, was interchangeable. Not
Yeah,
interchangeable.
I
They're all
struggled
very
with that.
close. I had Olave, Waddle, Addison, and I just left off Puka and Diggs. Diggs more the age factor. I feel like he could be a question mark after this year. I mean, he's still going to be good, but I feel like he's fed up in Buffalo. But I don't know where else he'd produce as much. Puka and
Chiefs.
Addison, I was flipping the coin. Um,
Yeah,
What's your rankings of the rookie
Chiefs.
receivers right now? So
that's
What?
exactly what I was
the
gonna
rookie
ask.
receivers. So we got JSN, Addison, Flowers, Johnston, Rasheed
Puka.
Rice, Downs. That's a no order.
Tank
I'm just
Dell.
naming them out. Tank
Puka.
Dell.
Number 1 is
Puka,
Addison.
Top 5. Do top 5.
Addison,
Addison.
Puka, JSN,
Jason.
Flowers,
Zay Flowers, Tank Dell.
I think Tank and Flowers are close.
or Josh
Yeah.
Downs for me is right there too. With
Over
AR
who?
next over Dell for 5.
I think I might take
Jonathan Mingo.
Jaden Reed.
I mean, I got
no, Jason and Puka are toss-up for me at the second. I really like Jason.
I got bias
Yeah.
with Tank, but I think you got to put him in the top 5 just because him and Stroud are on the same rookie contract, like lengthwise.
Yeah.
So
They're
like
gonna-
he's going to be with Stroud for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. What is so you had John, you had 2 guys flip-flopped. You had most guys went Chase Jefferson, you went Jefferson Chase, and then most guys went CD AJ Brown, you went AJ Brown CD. I'd like to hear your thoughts on those 2.
Well, yeah, I mean, we touched upon Jefferson a lot, but he's the best receiver I've seen
Yeah,
like
he's gross.
right away in the league. I just think you cannot deny that talent. I think I have to see something that he does to prove to me he's not 1-1. So that was my thinking on that. I mean, I would Chase, I can respect that.
She's
Yeah,
just
I mean, you
Burrow,
got Burrow.
man.
What?
She's a Burrow, man. Since college.
Right. Then I had AJ Brown at 3. I mean, he's also been putting up crazy numbers. He's at like the same pace as CeeDee Lamb. And I just think even last year, him and Hurts had that connection. I think AJ Brown, as long as he's healthy, he's gonna be like 20 points a week. And I just Hurts is younger. I don't know. I mean, they're a flip flop too, but I just had AJ Brown ahead of him.
That's
Anyone-
that's totally fair.
Yep.
But Sam, do you say your list? Or Tom, did you guys say your list?
I said it. I think it's similar.
No, it's pretty much what you'd expect.
I think our 1 through 7 is all the same guys. I mean, it's Jefferson, right? Jefferson, Chase, and Lamb, whatever.
Brown,
Hill,
Monroe,
St.
Wilson,
Brown,
Tyreek.
Yeah.
8 through 12 is where like I could see an argument for any of the guys: Olave, Waddle, Addison, Puka, Diggs. I could see an argument for any of them. 8
I
through
have
12.
8, 9, 10 Waddle, Diggs, Olave, 11 Devontae, 12 Cup.
I think when you look at some of these guys that are like the number 2 option in their offense, like Waddle, like who else?
Devonta, Higgins.
Onto Smith, T. Higgins. I think they're just like, yes, they're young and really good, but they're just capped.
Yeah.
Like their ceiling is
Yeah.
just,
100%.
unlike some of the other guys. Like,
But like that's fine. Like that's a
I
fine.
kind of
wide
I
receiver
kind of
too.
like Jalen Waddle's cap,
But do you
oh no, it's great. It's a good cap. There's
but
nothing
I
wrong
agree
with
with
it.
you. Yeah, they are.
You just will never get into like that top 5
but do you
category.
think
Right.
but do you think it benefits them too, where it's like they're always matching up with the second best cornerback? Like,
Right.
Could be.
like
That's
like,
one
you
thing,
think-
but
like we always say, T. Higgins, like, all right, like he went to the Panthers or he went to the Patriots, like he'd be the number 1 by a mile. It's like, but now he's lining up every snap against the other team's best guy.
And it's
You
honestly
don't have Burrow. Like, would you rather get 8 targets from Burrow or 14 from Bryce Young? It's like,
Yeah,
that's
but-
exactly what I was gonna say. I think this is the best scenario he's gonna be in his career. So
if I'm him, I'm staying right where I am, making less money than if I'm going to the Patriots and Bailey Zappi's throwing at me.
Where are you guys
Patrick
going?
QB regardless.
I'm gonna throw out 3 names, and I want you guys to rank them.
Dynasty?
Yeah, do Dynasty. I'm gonna throw out Devonta Smith, Brandon Ayuk, T. Higgins.
I'm going that
That order.
Say it again.
Devonta Smith, Brandon Ayuk, T. Higgins.
That exact order.
That order. Yeah.
I think T. Higgins and Ayuk are like this, but yeah, I'm going Devontae 1 for sure.
I agree with you on that. I think they're like this, and once T. Higgins gets back to like a consistent what he was kind of doing before, then once he
I
kind of
think-
gets out of his slow start, like what everyone's thinking he sucked, whatever. Once he gets out of that, he'll be over Ayuk again.
I think
I think
But right now,
Higgins is gonna be-
Ayuk is as high as he'll ever be right now.
I
I
also
agree.
think
I
though
disagree. I disagree with that because I think Debo's not going to be there for long term.
Yeah, but his best games are when Tebow is there.
I also think Brock Purdy is a loser.
Yeah,
I
mean,
think the thing with Ayuk and T. Higgins, I think Ayuk is way safer floor week in, week out, more consistent.
I think Ayuk.
I think T. Higgins can give you that
one.
30-point
Yes.
game.
T. Higgins is a
Ayuk's-
boom bust, and Ayuk is extremely consistent.
Ayuk's
I'll
another
take
one of
any
those
of them on my
guys.
team, but
Oh yeah, for sure. Ayuk's falls in that category I was kind of talking about last week, where it's like you got Christian Kirk and you got Tyler Lockett, like those shorter. Like I know Ayuk has the big playability, but he's also like one of those shorter quick routes, out route to the sideline, get out of bounds. I see some longevity with Ayuk with that. So
no, I like Ayuk a lot. I mean, I remember his rookie year, or maybe his second year. Like I had him in every league I was in. Like I needed to have, and he was always like that like flex guy on an occasion. But like I don't know, for some reason I always wanted to have him in like every league, and I still have him. Like my other league, it's like I made sure I had him this year. You know.
Yeah. I agree though.
He's always a guy I've want. I feel like he's probably been in the league 4 or 5 years now. I think I've had him 3 to 4 times at least. And
He's his fourth year.
But yeah, I mean,
He was in the same class as Jefferson, so
yeah.
All right, head to tight ends.
Yeah.
This
This
one,
would be interesting.
I'm going to start this one because I had a tough time ranking these. I have Laporta at 1. I just think he's a stud right away. But like honestly, my 1 through 5, you could put them anywhere for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, or I could hear an argument for any of them and be swayed. I
think our top 6 won't be different.
My 6 is going to be different. I'll tell you that.
Interesting. Okay.
2, I have T.J. Hawkinson. I think he gets so many targets.
So good.
Mark Andrews, I could have flip flopped them too. I struggled with those two, but I had Andrews at 3. This could be a bold take, but I Kincaid at 4. I think he's a stud. Kelsey at 5. I mean, yeah, Kelsey's going to be still unreal for 2 years, but I don't know, maybe I lowballed him a bit. 6 is where it could be a little different. I have what?
keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
Keep going.
6. This one's kind of a hot take. I got Cole Kmet.
Let's go.
I think he's pretty consistent right now. Like 7. I had Pitts. I know he's obviously super talented, but like, I don't know, man. When are we gonna see it? When are we gonna see it with Kyle Pitts? 8, George Kittle. 9, Trey McBride, and I could have flip flopped him with my 10, Jake Ferguson.
I still got Kelsey 1.
I have Kelsey 1.
So do I.
I got Laporta 2.
I think as long as Kelsey is
Kelsey
playing
1, Laporta
football,
2.
he's won.
Hawk 3, Andrews 4,
Hawk 3, Andrews 4.
Kincaid 5,
Kincaid 5.
Pitts 6, Goddard 7,
I got Kittle 6, Pitts 7.
and I got Kittle 8.
McBride 8, Ferguson 9.
I just can't trust a guy with Kittle who will drop a donut 3 times a year.
But he's going.
But sometimes like his role is to just block, and I hate that.
And he's getting up there in age.
Tight ends usually play pretty long.
Yeah.
This is what I meant, though. Like, I had no
he's
clue where
had-
to rank my top 5 or top 10.
I don't know.
Kelsey
I mean,
at 5 is kind of.
Yeah, I definitely lowballed him. I was looking at the age more. Like, yeah, I'm probably going to put Kelsey over Kincaid, but, like, I could see an argument for Andrews, Hawk, Laporta.
Well, Andrews is kind of close to age with Kelsey.
Andrews is
No,
30,
like-
is 28, and Kelsey's
like 6
34.
years.
Yeah. I had
That's
Kelsey
a big gap for
Hawkinson,
tight end.
Kelsey Hawkinson, Laporta, Kincaid. Andrews, Kittle, McBride 7, Goddard 8, Pitts 9, Komet 10.
Pitts fucking sucks.
You taking Trey McBride over Pitts, Derek, right now?
I don't know. Who has
To
more
put in my
points this year?
lineup?
Johnny?
No.
Who's
just
better this year?
'cause-
Johnny Smith or Pitts? Like who has
Jonnu.
more points?
Yeah.
Is
I
he-
mean, redraft, obviously, Jonnu, but
He's 14
Johnny's-
roll right, but he's tight end 14.
Pitts just.
Pitts is tight end 17.
John had that week where he just went off.
Yeah,
They did it
Right
again.
a few weeks.
but yeah, I mean,
And I'm never going to trade Pitts. And I'm never going to take him out of my lineup.
Because you're never gonna get an offer for like what he could be.
I just don't.
Like you could trade him and instantly he could finally have that year.
Because I know when I should have traded him how much I could have gotten for him, I'm never going to trade him. Unless he
you've
gets
gotten
back
for
to
him.
that, which he never will. He was a mid-second round pick in like startup dynasty drafts.
Yeah.
He was
Yes.
like the 15th to 18th overall pick
yeah.
as a
Crazy.
rookie.
He's still a
Where's he
year
at now?
younger than Dalton Kincaid.
Yeah, and he's still young.
What?
And he still sucks. Yeah.
Kincaid's 24, Pitt's 23.
What? Pitts needs
He
to
was
come to
21 when he
Cowboys,
got in the
man.
league.
Bring him on over. Bring him on
Pitts
I,
over.
was-
think, I do
Pitts
think
was-
he just needs to get away from Arthur Smith.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
You're at roll. Yeah.
Dude looks like a creep.
He is such a creep.
Yeah.
I feel like
I wanna-
Arthur's
Ken, what do you want for Jefferson?
I want a Palace.
I'll give
And
you
then-
Pacheco and Woodsy second.
Mm.
I'm
Let
in
me think about
dire need of a tight end if someone can.
You're in dire need of
I
a
have
QB.
tight ends up the ass, Sam.
I got a couple, Sammy.
I'm
All right,
waiting for Jelani Woods to come back because I'm
This
hoping that
transitions
maybe
here into open
Yeah.
trade talk.
Sam, what are you giving me for Keith Otten?
Otten,
Yeah.
John, how badly you want Lamar?
probably nothing.
I want to hear what offer you.
I know
I
he's
want to go
playing
off of that.
He's okay. Otten's okay.
It's a crazy one.
Let me look at my team right now, and so when I hear it, I can like start putting the pieces together.
Well, it obviously involves Etienne and Amon-Ra.
I actually requested a
No.
trade for Ferguson today from your dad, Derek.
You did?
Yeah, it was. I offered Everett and Shaheed for Ferguson.
The thing is, he was in dire need of a tight end too.
I gave him Ferguson like last week.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is with your dad, he doesn't take 2-for-1s.
No, he hates 2-for-1s.
Every
He's not
time
a
I've offered him
believer-
a
He's not a
2-for-1,
believer in
he's like,
2-for-1.
huh?
He's not a believer in 2-for-1.
So
I'm
what,
not gonna
this
knock
is
him. His team's
1-for-1s?
gross.
Huh?
Just like, who's that?
Greg Dulcich.
Dulcich? Yeah, fuck that.
You
You
still have
want him?
Greg Dulcich on your roster?
You want him?
Yeah, he's on the
Anyone
IR.
want Chig? Sam, you want Chig?
Fuck no.
He's terrible.
Derek, hit
Anyone
me with
want-
this offer.
Anyone want McBride?
Well, kind of like Alec Pierce.
I like my.
Well, you might be able to get him
Yeah, what
tomorrow.
would you give me for McBride?
Everett and Shaheed.
That's not even close.
Yeah, what? Those guys can't even like. I might drop those guys.
You
You wanna
said
know
you
who the
loved
next-
Everett. You said you loved Everett.
Yes, because in Madden he develops into a superstar in 2024.
A.T. Perry.
He's the next up and coming great receiver.
Did you just
I'll
bring
give
up A.T. Perry?
I'll give you.
Yeah, he mossed the dude yesterday.
I'll give you Ty Chandler and Raheem Shaheed.
Dude, that is a horrible trade offer. Ty Chandler?
Sam, do you not have a tight end on your roster?
I have Goddard and Everett
Oh.
Everett.
I watched him snap his arm, dude.
and Jelani Woods, who I'm hoping maybe does anything when he comes
Dude,
back.
Woods is a big guy.
I mean, I could give you Taysom Hill, but he's on a bye.
Yo, John, I thought we were talking, bro.
You didn't send me an offer.
No, but I'm talking about it.
Yeah, why do they not always
All
use
right,
him? like,
hit me with what you have.
Okay, so, oh, he's the best player ever, Ken.
He's a Mike.
What a fuck up second round pick that was for the Chiefs, huh?
Sky Moore.
Sky Moore. I remember them drafting him. I'm like, who the
Oh,
fuck?
interest from Dynasty Dud, Sky Moore.
Hendon Hooker.
I'm waiting on him. I'm waiting on
He's
him.
never
have
gonna
Hendon
play
Hooker?
with Goff, dude.
Yeah, he's on
Goff's
my he's on my
Let's
taxi.
go.
You
Ken,
might
I'll
stay
give
in
you
fantasy for 3 years.
AJ Brown straight up for Jefferson.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Just think about it, yeah.
Think about it.
Well,
I
that's
don't-
also my argument. Like 1-for-1, I'm thinking about that.
You know who I'm going to use Jefferson to get? This guy.
Josh
This
Allen.
fellow. I'm getting Josh Allen.
Are you actually?
I'm going to get him at some point. I want him.
That would be a humongous move.
I want him really bad.
We just need to tank, Matt. He's
I know
just
that's
dropped-
why I'm gonna go hard at fucking. I sent him a hell of an offer, but it was like like a few minutes before, not a few minutes. I sent him, but he was like at dinner, so he didn't see my text before the Thursday night game. He like answered like 8:05, and I had to take the deal away. I was like, I'm at dinner now too. I can't be talking trades.
I think he's done anyways.
Who?
from playoff contention.
Yeah, I don't think he's making the playoffs.
That's why I think he's gonna sell. Like, I think he would take Brian Robinson in a second rounder.
For who?
Kamara.
2024 second?
I don't know. I had to look into it. Why, do you think I meant Josh Allen at first?
Yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, I
No,
don't think
no.
he's doing that.
All
All right, listen. So
I have my
obviously-
team out. Okay.
obviously, if I'm giving you Lamar and Pacheco, I need
Yeah.
Amon-Ra and Etienne in some capacity.
Okay.
Like in some capacity. but-
Um,
I also want T. Higgins from you.
oh man.
I also.
So we need to figure that out.
So you want T. Higgins, Amon-Ra, and ETN?
I want all three of them.
Jesus.
For what?
Pacheco, Lamar, and something.
Shit.
Yeesh.
And something.
Where's your
You
team?
want to take a
now?
pick? Take a pick.
I'm trying to find your team right now.
Who has Allen Robinson?
No way.
Oh
Would
my
you-
god.
My guess
God.
is
Scotty.
Stan.
Derek's
Legion.
brother. Derek's
Yeah,
brother.
Pesky does.
It's Scotty, yeah.
Shit.
Why
Wait,
is he
who the fuck-
rostered?
Who has Singletary?
Stan.
Stan.
Good luck. I offered
I was
Stan 111 for fucking Russell Wilson. He said I would want 105 to 110, and I was like, no shot. I was like, 111 was
That's
already
what he
way.
wanted for Pollard, and he never answered.
I was
me.
like, 111 was already more valuable than Russell Wilson.
Ken, I want Jefferson, bro. I want the best receiver in football.
Yeah, I mean, you should. Everyone should want him.
All right,
Should I put
everyone.
him on the block?
I heard Tom say it. I heard Derek say it. I know Ken
I'll give you
wants him.
AJ Brown in a mid for no, no, I won't. Never mind.
What offers am I
AJ
getting for
Brown
T.
and
Higgins?
I mean, I don't think I would offer you what you'd want just because I don't have. I don't
Ken,
know.
you want to get in the
think
in
you
the
could,
middle area of
Tom.
the first round next year?
What would you
maybe give
what do you
yourself a
need for
shot
T.
at Brock
Higgins right now,
Bowers?
though?
I'm all right. I got Cole
Um,
Kmet.
Coco Metz.
Good. He's good.
Not Brock Bowers, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
Who has
See where we
Damian Harris?
Also, you're gonna want to stack up on tight ends with the premium next year. That's what I did.
We already have a premium this year.
Tom, what are your thoughts if I?
Yeah, we were increasing it. We
Oh,
tried the
yeah.
0.25 bonus. We're going to 0.5.
Oh, okay.
that's true.
Tom, what are your thoughts if I tear up and try and get Devontae back?
I honestly know because I like.
Tom, Ayuk in my first for Garrett Wilson. Let's call it a day.
No, I'm not trading Garrett Wilson. He's so fucking good.
Ken, you almost got a fucking away with that, bro.
Yeah, I was seriously considering it, but like I also.
Well, yeah,
Well, I
you
also,
just
Derek,
talk about
I
it.
also told you.
No,
that
okay, so Tommy
that-
was just so not secretive. He's like, someone else offered me a 12
Well, yeah,
through
'cause I
15
wanted you to
Dynasty wide
actually-
receiver and a late first. And I'm like, who has that?
Yeah.
Well, no. Well, I also wanted you to like, offer me something better than that because I was like, that's not a horrible.
Yeah, I'll give you Carney's
offer,
first.
But and Garrett Wilson.
I'll give you Carney's first and Godwin.
I have to see Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers on the same field for more than four snaps.
Yeah, I feel like as soon as you see it, you're never going to want to trade Garrett Wilson again.
Never. He's
So,
so.
Tom,
he's
what are you
good
thinking
with
of,
Zach
You're
Wilson.
better waiting.
He's good with Zach Wilson. It's crazy.
Tom, what would you think of Amari
Yeah.
Cooper in your one next year for T. Higgins?
No, I'm not trading my first next year.
Fair enough.
I can't.
Wait,
I'm
you
not-
have a first next year, Tom?
Not 24, 25.
I want T. Higgins.
Yeah, hit me with something then.
I want T. Higgins. I want Amon-Ra.
Jesus.
And
Yeah,
I
I,
want
don't, I
ETN.
don't know if I'm trading all three in one deal.
Actually, get rid of ETN. I don't want to buy running backs.
Okay.
Amon-Ra and T. Higgins for something.
You don't want Jerome Ford?
I'll actually will, yeah. For
Amon-Ra and T.
a
Higgins.
third.
No,
What are
he's
your
not.
quarterbacks?
He's really a third.
Yeah, but like, all
Can
right,
you give me a
Mark-
shitter
Mark-
QB?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Like in that deal?
Yeah, one that's playing.
I can give you fucking Ritter or Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, add Minshew.
To what?
Add Minshew to T. Higgins and Amon-Ra, and I'll give you. Give me Lamar and something. I'm trying to figure it out. This would be sweet if we can get this done right here. Right?
Ken, what would you need? What would you need for Jerome Ford?
It would have to be a receiver, Derek.
Let's see.
A receiver?
Yeah.
I ain't giving you my top dogs.
I'm just saying it would have to be a receiver. Because my receivers would be fucking terrible if I traded both of them.
Yeah, it would.
My receivers would be Lockett, Puka, Deontay, Dobbs.
Ken, I'd give you a sweet deal for Justin Jefferson.
Well, let's hear it.
I already offered it. Well, let me just offer it right now.
Who has Raheem Jarrett?
I do.
Raheem
Who the fuck is
Jarrett?
Raheem Jarrett?
Who
Taxi
the
squad,
fuck
baby.
is that?
Taxi squad.
That's incredible.
Keep ripping these, Sam.
You don't want draft picks, right, Ken?
I'll take draft picks, sure.
Like, what are your intentions here?
Fucking win it all, baby. Kidding me?
All right, then I'll give you AJ Brown first.
No.
Well, that's a great deal.
I'll take AJ's first.
Fuck no.
All right.
AJ's first to me is valued at AJ Brown.
Well, all right.
I'm not giving you two AJ Browns.
Well, all right.
Who has Israel Abinakanda?
Derek.
Derek.
Do I
Who is
still
that?
have him?
Yeah, who is that?
Izzy Abanikanda, rookie.
Bro, he was supposed to be like,
Bam.
well, now he is the backup. No, he's not since Dalvin Cook, but he's a Jet, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at
I
my
saw him on some
matchup.
stupid list. I picked him up.
I'm looking at my matchup against Pino, and I got some bye week trouble, so I was getting a little nervous because I'm only projected like 130. But I'm looking at him. He's got Bijan on a bye, Downs, Hunter Henry. So he has to start Dalvin Cook. Oh, and Madison might miss next week too.
Bro, that would be. I want him to take over Woodsy at the 101 so bad.
That'd be crazy. But he's going to have to start Dalvin Cook. Unless he makes a trade. I don't see him making a trade. But he has to start Dalvin Cook, probably like Cedric Tillman and like Rondale Moore all next week. So if I lose that game, I'll be pissed.
I think Woodsy's gonna fuck me.
Well, just
You know
what?
loading.
I think he is going to fuck me up in the draft because I'm gonna wait, not sell my QBs, sell out for Marvin Harrison. He's gonna take him 101, and then I'm gonna have fucking QBs up the ass, and then I'm gonna be in a frenzy to sell them.
Just trade the pick.
I don't want to trade. Like I would.
What if he
obviously-
takes Marvin Harrison? Just trade 102 with Caleb Williams for a shit ton.
Freaking
Move back a few picks.
I think I would just take Caleb Williams and sell the rest.
You would sell Lamar or Mahomes?
No, not Mahomes. I want Mahomes and
I
Caleb.
mean, not Mahomes.
But you would
So-
sell AR.
Oh, you have
and
AR too. I keep forgetting about him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
And
why
like I just want to get value out of him now, but then I'm like at the same time I'm like Woodsy's gonna look at Brock Purdy and Kyler and be like, I don't need
He doesn't need a quarterback.
a QB, and Marvin Harrison's doing Marvin Harrison things.
Well, I will say,
If he gets
Derek.
Marvin Harrison,
I mean,
If he gets Marvin and
Dude,
Brock
he is-
Bowers,
Dude, he's unbelievable.
I will say,
Addison
Woodsy.
Flowers.
I
It's gonna be
tried
unbelievable.
getting
his
Purdy.
team is gonna be disgusting.
Yeah.
I tried getting Purdy from him. He said I'm going to wait till the
that's
offseason to deal
Mark
him.
Douglas, Addison, Flowers, JSN, Laporta, Purdy, Kyler.
Dude, he's gonna have 3 top 5 picks.
Yep. Well,
And
there's a
yeah,
chance
he's
mine moves.
A chance.
Because I think I'm 3 or 4, and whoever's like 7 or 8 are like 60-point difference.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing. Why would he choose Caleb Williams if he can just do Marvin Harrison and then Drake May?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like
good
he's
point.
gonna screw me, royally screw me.
That's how I would.
You gotta trade up and get 1-1 then.
Gibbs. Dude, if my team,
I've
if
tried to take the 101 from him and he won't move.
you could say
if my team
royally
had
fucked.
Jameer Gibbs, I think I'd be the best team in the league.
I
What if
offered
you
him
offered
Anthony
him from-
I offered him Anthony Richardson straight for the 101 and he didn't take it.
Why don't you just give him 2 firsts?
He won't
Pino's
take it.
first and a different first.
He won't take it.
Wow.
Like I offered him AR in my first.
Well, that's bound to change when it gets closer to the draft. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's gonna get worse. He's not gonna want to trade it even more.
I don't know. I think it might be the opposite because you're going to see more guys be like,
No,
I'm
as
comfortable.
soon as the season ends, dude, these draft picks.
Yeah, they go straight up.
But dude, I'm screwed. If I have 4 quarterbacks,
Yeah,
I'm
you're right,
just-
Tom. You're at 3, but you could jump back to 1, 2, 3.
Like
You could jump back to 7 in like a week.
Easily, literally so easily. That's why those middle picks are like it's like talking about like trading. It's like it's hard for me to put a value on like your pick, Carney, because I don't know if that pick's going to be 3 or 4 or if that pick's going to be 10.
My pick?
Yeah, let's go, Carney. Keep sucking.
Well, I'm at 8.
You know?
Keep sucking. What do you mean? I'm at 8.
No, I want you to suck from now on, so I can
Right,
get a good
but
pick.
I'm just saying, like you're only like 100-point difference between being a
Yeah,
top
that
4
boned
pick.
me, Carney. I thought you were a lock at a top 5 pick, and you've just been balling out.
Yeah, so did I, and my team's good for some
God
reason.
damn it! Yeah.
Dude, Woodsy last year, man. Screwed
What was
me
that trade that involved your pick? Is it?
I was
looking
thinking
like
about it today. I'm going to look at it.
Is it
'cause it
looking
was-
like you
it was-
beat me out on that?
No, hell no. I
Yeah,
got
there's Swift
hell
ball.
no. I got smoked in that
You
because
did?
this was the first deal I've ever made in Dynasty football and never been in a Dynasty league. I got
That
We
was
had to
a
get
I
on
got
the court.
Tyler Algier, George Pickens, your 2025 2, and a third in the draft that already happened. And I gave up my first, another third that happened in the draft, and DeAndre Swift.
Wow.
I got screwed in that. I've gotten screwed in 2 different deals, and I'm somehow like fine right now.
Yeah, you're totally fine. You're
What was
what,
the
6
deal?
and
What
4?
was the deal you made
Yeah.
with me? Because that was a 3-teamer, I believe.
The
I'll
Herbert
just
deal.
tell you what I got on my end because I can't see like all 3.
Yeah.
I gave up Kyler, Deontay, who I think I got him back from you, Tom.
Yeah, you did.
Herbert, and a second and a third in the past draft. I got Daniel Jones, Amon-Ra, Christian Watson, and like pick 10 and 11.
I remember you were telling me about that deal, and you were saying how like you were almost not going to get Amon-Ra. I was like, dude, if you do that, you have to get Amon-Ra.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember where
Like you
that
cannot
deal
walk
was
away from
made.
that deal without him.
We made that deal on the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did we?
Well, I know I was on the bus. I remember.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't.
And then
Wow.
just
I mean,
Like-
my deal for that is looking like right now is I got Deontay, Herbert, and early Derek second, which I believe turned into Michael Mayer, for Mike Williams, Daniel Jones, Christian Watson, and the 111.
yeah, that's a good deal. for
Looking
you.
back on it, I could have just traded Kyler Murray for Amon-Ra straight up, and I could still have Justin Herbert, and my team would be gross. But for some reason, I wanted Daniel Jones and more draft picks. But
yeah, Ken, you are a consistent quarterback away from being just unstoppable.
Ken,
I got a
And-
consistent quarterback named Sam Howell.
Like,
Yeah,
no, that's
so-
what I'm saying. But like
You
with
need one
Fields and
Another one?
Deshaun Watson, you are a QB2 away from just like
I got some depth now. I didn't have depth like
yeah.
I made
I
some
think-
good pickups.
Your starting
I'm
lineup
a-
would healthy those fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I think I'm a QB away
Nuts.
from being a real contender because if I had a real quarterback instead of Gardner, I would have beat your dad this week. I would have put up like 180. So I think I'm
think-
just like I might be a first round exit or maybe a sneaky 1 win.
I
I
think
don't even know if we're making fucking playoffs.
Dynasty
I got to get in still
fantasy.
too. Yeah.
I think Dynasty fantasy football is, a metaphor for life. And, I don't know. I think, um, I might make a move, in my Dynasty life. I was thinking about maybe putting in some black just for men's dye into my eyebrows. Um,
You
what
get
do
a
you
nose
guys
ring?
What do you guys think about that? Darken up these brows a little bit.
Did someone say to you that they weren't dark?
No,
You just
I
looked in the mirror one day and you're like,
I
I
want. I
want.
think I want these puppies a shade darker.
That's really interesting. But if
Yo,
it doesn't
Ken.
match the
You
rest of
do
your
you.
facial
You do
hair,
you.
then
Right. Would I then have
Like,
to? Is
you
this
have
kind
to
of
do
like?
this too. You have to do the beard too.
Am I making a wrong, move?
Great picture.
That's your logo, dude.
I
Man,
know.
is my
just
picture
realized
still in
that.
that house?
What? Yeah, it is.
Oh my god, you have it.
Can't show that.
Yeah, yeah.
I have it in my hand right now. Fraser put
All
it
right,
in.
yeah. Let's keep it. No, okay.
All right. Well, Sam, I know you usually ask us.
That's crazy. That's in
It's a
your
wild picture.
I'll ask you,
Yeah,
Sam.
I'd have to move to get it.
Sam, word of the day before we sign off here.
Okay. Word of the day.
Or that quote of the day was good, but word of the day.
Well, should we do a word and a quote?
Well, you already said that quote, the Dynasty football.
Word of the day.
Well,
Word of the day. I'd like to say is opportunity.
I think that was the word of the day last week.
Was that what? Did I say that last
I
week?
think it was optimistic or something.
All right, I'll say thong.
Okay. I like that.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Derek Smith. Ken has a picture of Derek Smith with a thong on.
Yeah,
Nice.
I do.
Oh man.
that's great.
All right. Well, I think that's what we'll wrap it up on there.
Good talk. fellas.
For all of our listeners, thanks for joining us. We're doing this weekly. Good luck with everything, rest of the playoff push, and
John, when are you
see
coming
guys
out?
next week.
By the way,
What?
when are you coming out?
What do you mean, when am I coming out?
You know,
I might have already came out. You know that?
oh, let's go.
Okay.
Congrats.
That was
John,
kind
by
of
the
a
way-
trick question, Sam.
John, by the way, when you close this off here, you don't have to immediately leave either.
You can
Yeah,
hang
you
out
can
with
stay
us
on.
after.
Oh, is that what you guys usually do?
Yeah.
We stay on for like a couple minutes. And
I don't know how to do that. I press leave and then I go
Just
off.
don't do
You
anything.
don't
Just don't press
I'll
anything.
do it.
Don't do
I'll do it.
Oh, actually?
Alright? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that's how it
All
went. All right. Well, sorry, I didn't know that.
It's all right. All right.
All right.
Subscribe
Well,
to
thanks
the
for
channel.
joining us.
Subscribe to the YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Posting more content this week. Podcast weekly.
Have a fantastic fantasy night.
Yes.